Ferrari, Sam.
Oh.
Are they cheating?
Are they cheating? Are Ferrari cheating?
Hello and welcome to Let's
No,
Go.
you can start where we've got to.
Too late now.
Well, you got to do it. No, we're going now. We're rolling.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Racing. My name's Leo Gorman and you are?
Sam Collins is smirking quite a lot now.
Absolutely. Welcome to our new show, and we're going to talk today about some F1. We're going to talk about Ferrari, Sam.
Oh.
Are they cheating?
Are they cheating? Are Ferrari cheating?
They may be cheating. I've heard rumours.
Oh, me too. The rumours are very interesting. Ferrari, right, may or may not have been very, very naughty. Now, there is no evidence that Ferrari have done anything wrong. However, going into the US Grand Prix at Austin in Texas, Red Bull Racing sent a request to the FIA to ask if it was allowed to fire a magical pulse of energy at the fuel flow meter, and which would sort of scramble its brain so you could pump more fuel into your combustion chamber and get a power boost. And the FIA, unsurprisingly, went, no, don't be silly, that's definitely illegal. But that clarification in the rules, now Red Bull had no plans themselves to do this with their Honda engine. What Red Bull were doing was trying to shut the loophole that they suspected another team was doing. Now, as soon as that clarification came out, Ferrari came into the free practice running and the race at Austin, and the cars, the two Ferraris, were much, much slower in a straight line than they normally are. I mean, they've been super quick in a straight line all season. So why were the Ferraris slow in a straight line? Well, Ferrari say it's because they decided to change their setup philosophy and run a higher downforce setup, which gave them higher apex speeds but lower straight line speeds. The other teams were not so convinced by that explanation, and the suggestion is, so essentially you have the fuel flow meter, and this is a little device that's fitted to every WEC LMP1 car and every Formula 1 car, and you only have 100 kilograms
105.
no, only 100 kilograms per hour
Per hour, yes.
of fuel flow limit. So that is how quickly. So if you have a pint of beer, and if this pint glass here, how quickly you drink the pint is your flow rate. How much you have is your capacity. So Formula 1 cars have 105 kilos of fuel. They have 100 kilograms per hour of flow rate, maximum flow rate. So if you can increase that flow rate, you get a significant improvement in power. It gives you much bigger straight line speed. What has been alleged, or what Red Bull was saying, is that somebody has been using some sort of pulse, and it could be an electromagnetic pulse, or I don't think it is, but it could be some sort of electronic pulse from the spark plugs, or some other sort of interference signal on the fuel flow meter, which is an ultrasonic meter, to scramble its signal, so then they can pump more fuel in and get more performance. Ferrari lost speed in Austin. However, there is another version of what happened, is that Ferrari were using some sort of oil in the overall power unit system and putting that excess oil into the combustion chamber, which also would give them a power boost because it's a combustible material. Now, this is something that was definitely being done a couple of seasons ago, and you see the cars have all got these little breather pipes on the back of them now, and the Ferrari engine cars always smoke the whole time, the Haas, the Sauber, and the Ferrari. And that was to stop that happening, but people think they found another way around it. But does any of this mean Ferrari are cheating? Well, no, it doesn't. It just means people are suspicious of Ferrari cheating.
Interesting side question. So the first aspect you're looking at possibly a higher fuel flow rate. Would that potentially mean they're having to put in extra fuel to actually accommodate the extra fuel burn?
Yes.
And if so, how much is that additional weight costing them in time against what they're actually spending in additional speed?
The additional weight will be traded off against the additional power they get. But yes, up to the 105 kilogram limit of fuel capacity that every Formula 1 car has, they could be running a slightly higher amount of fuel within that 105, because not every car runs the full 105 at every race. I think it's only Singapore where every car runs the full 105. At other circuits, they run slightly less. So it's very interesting to see that maybe they are making that trade-off between the slight additional rate, it might only be 1 or 2 litres, to get this additional boost of power, and it could be an additional mode on the engine. Now, it was interesting because the Haas and the Alfa Romeo Sauber don't seem to have this special magic mode.
Well, if anything else, both those two teams have actually gone backwards as the season has gone on. What's interesting, I've noted, is throughout the start of the season, first half of the season, the Mercedes were so powerful, so dominant. Lewis Hamilton won several races. Valtteri Bottas won 2. And as we got into after the summer break, suddenly things changed. Charles Leclerc started getting pole position, started winning races. Sebastian Vettel has won a race. Red Bull have been thereabouts as well. So this jump from Ferrari, is this something the teams are suspicious about? Is this something that they think has been introduced during that summer break?
Every team on the grid has GPS, so they can see the performance brackets of each individual car. They know the power and torque levels of each power unit as well from that. And a number of teams, because they're suspicious, it suggests there's something anomalous going on with one of the teams. Now, nobody from Red Bull, nobody from Formula One, no magazine, no outlet, no publication has accused Ferrari of cheating. That's just the paddock sort of gossip mill. And it could be that it's Racing Point doing it. You know, there's absolutely no evidence that Ferrari are cheating. However, that is the suspicion. And you know, even this section, is Ferrari cheating? Well, the answer is maybe, but I could say that about every single team on the grid.
Well, that's some very, very interesting thoughts from Sam Collins on that subject. If you have any thoughts yourselves, any comments, any suggestions, please message into Let's Go Racing on this channel you've just watched now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and
leave comments underneath here and ask us what you want to hear about, because we'll discuss it on this channel.
And don't forget to join Let's Go Racing. I'm Leo Gorman, and you are
Sam Collins.
See you soon.
See you soon.